Good morning students, welcome back to our series on the explanation of previous year questions of English literature UGC-NET. Today we are going to discuss apartheid movement that led to the lot of turmoil in South Africa, especially from 1948 to 1990. It's not like racial discrimination was only a part of Britain or America, but in other countries also we can see an imposition of racial segregation and inequality. So today's topic is apartheid movement, basically about how racism impacted the lives of people of South Africa. Alright, many times there have been a question on this topic. For example, here is a question from past papers. Which two of the following novels deal with the theme of apartheid? Here we have a lot of novels: Purple Hibiscus, July's People, Cry the Beloved Country, The Mimic Man, so on and so forth. And the right answer to this question is July's People and Cry the Beloved Country by Alan Paton. It's not the first time the question was asked in the previous year question. There have been many times questions that you can find from this particular moment. Make sure that you watch this video till the end, and it is also suggested that you should make notes on this topic. Alright, so before beginning this video, if you're one of those students who are preparing for UGC-NET or GATE in English literature, then do not forget to check out our smart study material, where we will provide you with the video lectures, personal guidance and everything that is required for you to crack the competitive exam in English literature. Visit limitlessliterature.com to know more about our books and courses. And now without any further ado, let's begin with this video. So it's quite common that in Africa, black people have majority, white people in the minority. That's common. But the tragedy of South Africa is that they were under colonial rule and black people were not allowed to vote. So for many centuries, the white people became the government. Like the prime ministers were the white people. Even they are minority in number, they dominated the black people of South Africa. It was later in 1994 when South Africa got independence. India got independence in 1947, but in 1994 South Africa got independence when Nelson Mandela was elected as the first black president. After spending 27 years in imprisonment, he became, you can say, the first president of the South Africa. Alright, so racism has already been a part of South African community, and it was institutionalized in 1948 with the movement apartheid. Black people, Asians or Indians, yes, Indians were also living in South Africa. So it was in 1948 when the apartheid policies were implemented. Apartheid simply means apartness. That means white and non-white people live in different places. White people and non-white people must have different schools, must have different professions, must have different healthcare, transport system. Even the Asians, the Indian people, just I said, living in the South Africa cannot use the transport of white people. So everything was segregated by the government of South Africa, and racial segregation was drastically increased under the prime ministership of Hendrik Verwoerd, but he was assassinated in 1966. Things didn't change even after the assassination of prime minister. White people continued to dominate the black majority of Africa. So even many books were published during this movement. Among many of them, a few are Cry the Beloved Country by Alan Paton, Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela, Burger's Daughter by Nadine Gordimer, July's People by Nadine Gordimer, Waiting for the Barbarians by J.M. Coetzee. There have been questions from these books and novels, so at least go through the summaries of these works. Cry the Beloved Country by Alan Paton is something I suggest you that you must read. It reflects the society of that period of time and really a good work to understand the conditions of South Africa at that time. There have been many questions from this work too, so read about it, or you can also watch a movie on this particular work. I don't know if the movie is available on YouTube here or not, but you can search the same on Google. You can even read the novel. It's just 250 pages long novel, so you can also read the novel. Alright, so remember all these points, and also remember that it came to end when the political parties negotiated with Nelson Mandela. Yes, Nelson Mandela played a big role. For 27 years he fought against apartheid movement from his prison. Yes, he kept on raising his voice against the apartheid policies from prison. He wrote his autobiography Long Walk to Freedom during his imprisonment. He kept on writing the letters to his families, to activists, to international supporters to take this apartheid movement to the end. So even though the security at the prison was high, he kept on writing and consistently asked for the support for 27 years. And yes, after 27 years, he was released from prison in 1990, and then in 1994, he became the first president of South Africa, first president of independent South Africa. Okay, so he dismantled apartheid with his courage and resilience. Not only he considered to be the best example of leadership, but also he became a global icon of peace. He forgave everyone what all had happened to him in 27 years. Yes, he forgave everything. And in 1993, he was awarded as the Nobel Peace Prize. Alright, so that you can say that one man, the willingness, the dedication of a one man is enough to change the world. Alright, so that's an overview of apartheid movement. Make sure that you are writing down the notes on what we have discussed. All this information is sufficient from competitive examination point of view. I will see you soon in the next video. Do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more such updates. I will see you soon. That's it for this. Thank you.